Take a breath, don't lose my time with falseness. Take it easy, don't waste my strength. I keep my mind out of those kinky waves. I keep the light in this strange game you play. Oh, 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 now I know who I wanna be. Straight on my
After our first night in a hotel on Malta, we arrived on the boat, unfortunately without our luggage. The airline called us in the middle of the night and announced the luggage for the early morning hours, but they missed us at hotel. And so we decided to pick up the boat, have a nice first day on our holidays, and come back to Valletta next day to pick up our luggage. The next problem was that during the check-in of the boat we recognized that there were so many little damages on that boat, but we didn't see all. We had some really surprises the next days, but we will see. The mood was good, and so we decided to start.
Be better tomorrow than I be today. Just the fact of pride give me peace of mind. I'm fine to don't cross the line.
Hier, sag mal, hast du das eigentlich alles so im Griff, dass man das hier alles so alleine lassen kann? Ach so. Und wer hat das Kommando hier oben? After 3 hours of sailing, we arrived at our first anchorage in the south of Malta, a very sheltered bay surrounded by white yellow cliffs. And of course, we use all the possibilities we had. Take a dinghy ride and take a bath in the 24 degrees warm water of the Mediterranean Sea. After we picked up our luggage for luck in Valletta successfully, we decided to go to the Blue Lagoon. It's a very famous place on the island Comino. It's between Gozo and Malta. It's just a small place, a couple of 100 meters with a white ground, and so when the sun is shining into the water, it's crystal blue. During the day, thousands of tourists are here, and it's not really nice. But in the evening, all the tourists got their shuttles home, and then you have a quiet and beautiful place. Here you got some impressions from inside the boat. We had so much space there that the two cabins and the back we just use for our luggage. This is Claudia's and this is mine. Looks like an exploded luggage, like every time in the hotel rooms. This is our little kitchen. And there in the front is the cabin where we are sleeping.
eins, ne? Willst du 3?
Nee, wusste ich nicht. Nicht mitgekriegt.
After breakfast, we decided to leave the Blue Lagoon and to explore the coast of Gozo a little bit.
Zu dem Kreuzfahrer.
But we had to motoring.
Hier sind Untiefen. Du
There
musst
was
da rüberfahren,
absolute
bitte.
no wind.
Mach ich gleich. Da links ist auch ein Schnorchler. Hier nicht, nee, wenn, dann müssten wir schon ganz nach vorne rein, da wo der Fischer eben war. Nein, da fahren wir jetzt auch nicht rein. Ich wollte hier nochmal reingucken. Guck mal, das ist, glaube ich, Polizei. Auf jeden Fall genug Krach am Boot. Okay, kann losgehen? Mal los, die Klemme lösen. Und zieh mal. Weiter, weiter, weiter. Zieh, 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 zieh. Gut. Über die Wände legen.
Entrance to Dweja. It's a beautiful place. It's surrounded by high cliffs, and in the front of the bay you see there's also a big rock called Fungus Rock. And on the south side the entrance is deep enough for bigger boats.
$35.
On the next day we wanted to go shopping. There was a small village above our anchorage. To reach it there was a street, and the street started at the Blue Hole. The Blue Hole is a small spot where a diver can go into the water and diving through the cliffs to outside the sea. It's more than 200 meters deep. First we had a real problem to find the entrance, but then Claudia saw a spot of light shining through the cliffs. First I was a little bit afraid, but then we go through this little hole, and on the other side we found a little bay with a nice little beach. There we stowed our dinghy and had a nice 1 hour walk to the little village where we found a little supermarket.
Every time I see you, you send chills down my spine. Chills down my spine. You're so fine, girl. I said every time I see you, you send chills down my spine. Well, I long to know you. Well, seeing you makes me feel so good. All down inside. Oh, and I'm the same old thing you've been on. Girl, you've been looking for me. Oh, girl, and I'm the same old thing you've been on. Girl, you've been looking for me. Girl, you got that. Get up, yeah. You make me feel so good. I can see it all over your face, baby. Yeah. Girl, you even smile. It's written all over your face. Oh, baby. Oh, girl, and the same old thing you've been wanting. Girl, you've been looking for me. Oh, and the same old thing you've been wanting. You've been looking for me. You know, girl, you can be my night. You make me wanna party. I said party. I said party. I said party.
And on our way back we go with the dinghy over the edges of the Blue Hole. We want to show you some of the very impressive pictures. When we were back at our anchorage, Claudia wanted to dive a little bit because the evening before, at the pre-washing of our dishes, she lost our pan. She had only the handle in her hand, and the rest of it is on the ground. And she wanted to dive and to get it back, but it was a little bit too deep. She had some problems with the pressure, and so we cancelled this mission. Now you will be witness of one of our most exciting adventures, the drone crash. In Germany we bought a drone, and we bought a very cheap drone, and so that should be the first flight over the bay and over our ship to make some incredible pictures. But then I lost control at the first flight, and the drone goes over the bay and crashes into the water. Unfortunately, she doesn't send pictures at that time. Next day we went to the Crystal Lagoon. The Crystal Lagoon is near the Blue Lagoon, but for ships it's the most and more impressive place to be. The water looks great, and the bays and the anchorages are awesome. Have a look.
After swimming and refreshing, 2 young girls came with a jet ski and made some rounds in our bay. And suddenly the engine stopped. They seemed to have some problems to start it again. They drifted more and more to the rocks. So Per decided to take the dinghy and help them before the jet ski crashes into the rocks. Fortunately, he could fix the problem and save the life of the girls.
Claudia had the idea that on this little abandoned island is a supermarket. After 1 hour of walk, she called me to pick her up. Of course, she didn't find one, but she found some drinks.
Warte. So. Thank you, sir. Supermarkt. Husten Sie? Du kannst husten.
The drinks were poor, but we had a beautiful ride with the dinghy to the sunset. So come on and join us on this trip.
Will you love me tomorrow? Like you say that you love me now. Will you love me tomorrow? Like you say that you love me now. When the flames of our flesh have stopped burning and the fire of our love has cooled down, too many times I've given too much. Now give me your love in return. Too many times I've given too much. Now give me your loving in return. Give me your mind and your heart, but please don't leave me with a love that burns. And don't you use me as your fool.
After all that swimming, let's show me another part of the ship. What is inside this window? As you can see, here we are in heaven. We have internet. This was our last anchorage. The landscape was a little bit boring, but we had the internet from the hotel at the coast. So we enjoyed our last evening on Malta.
I take a breath, don't lose my time with falseness. Take it easy, don't waste my strength. I keep my mind out of those kinky waves. I keep the light